لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله الله بالهدى رحمة للعالمين فبلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح للأمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل فقد فاز المتقون وأذكركم ونفسي بقول الله تبارك وتعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. Dear Muslims, all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With His tawfiq, we made it again today to His house to continue with the process of growing in our deen, with the process of understanding more about Hajj, about the place which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it turn into a city due to a loyal family. The Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, together with his wife Hajj and his son Ismail alayhi salam. And we are learning from this, all of these Fridays inshallah, how to have a successful social life, starting with our families. You remember with me last Friday when we were talking about a man who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala named and labeled as a nation due to the amount of hard work he has been through in his life on his way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna Ibrahim kana umma. And when we think of this ayah and we reflect back to ourselves, what will we be called on the judgment day? In Al-Hasan al-Basri, rahmatullahi alayhi, one of the tabi'in, or Sayyid al-Tabi'in, who used to say about Umar ibn al-Khattab, that when Islam comes on the day of judgment, talking about every one of us, it will say, oh Allah, this Muslim did this to me, or through this Muslim, problems come into Islam, or this Muslim made Islam this and that. And Islam will say about Umar, Ya Rab, kuntu ghariban hatta aslama hadha rajul. Oh my Lord, I used to be a stranger until Umar became a Muslim. What Islam will say about us? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala named Ibrahim alayhi salam as a nation, and in another ayah, وَإِبْرَاهِيمَ الَّذِي وَفَّى, and Ibrahim, the one who fulfilled all he made to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the type of the ibadah, the small ibadah and the big one, he had fulfilled all of that. Ibrahim alayhi salam, the one the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam met on the night of Isra and Mi'raj in the seventh heaven, and he gave salam to the ummah of the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam by saying, Ya Muhammad, aqri ummataka minni as-salam. Oh Muhammad, convey to your ummah a salam from me. Wa akhbirhum anna al-jannata tayyibatul turba, adbatul ma, and tell them that Ibrahim alayhi salam, he is trying to make us understand the word Jannah, the result of our life, and we are in this dunya to get there. And when we know the beauty of Jannah, if sometimes the beauty of something can even make us ignore our deen, because we can't see something beautiful out there, and we go for that and ignore our deen, it means human heart is running after beauty and goodness, and the only good thing truly is paradise. So Ibrahim alayhi salam telling the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam to tell us about Jannah. وَأَخْبِرْهُمْ أَنَّ الْجَنَّةَ طَيِّبَةُ التُّرْبَةِ. Tell them even the soil of paradise is like musk, beautiful smell and beautiful to look at. عَذْبَةُ الْمَاءِ, the best water you can think of, fresh water. غِرَاسُهَا سُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ وَالْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ وَلَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ أَكْبَرُ. And tell them if they want to plant trees in paradise for themselves, keep on saying Subhanallah, and easy dhikr to say Walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. When we can truly Islamize our life, in what we say, we make reward out of that. In every footstep we make reward out of that. If those people made it right now, and they already left the city of Canberra, and the other cities, and all over the world, and they went to that place, to the Kaaba. And remember with me the reward of praying in the Kaaba, and being there itself, to remember a covenant that has been made long time ago. When we say in the hidden system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لَبَّيْكَ اللَّهُمَّ لَبَّيْكَ. And the servant will go to confirm that by going to Hajj. Why going to Hajj? For the great day. Why we need to go to Hajj? To complete the submission that we claim to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is very important icon on the screen of our life. After being among those who do ruku, praying 5 times a day, and fasting, and paying zakah. And here is Hajj for one to complete the deen, the way the ayah was revealed on the day of Arafah. So why Hajj? For that day. لِيَوْمٍ عَظِيمٍ يَوْمَ يَقُومُ النَّاسُ لِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. For the day when all mankind will stand up again for the second time to face the Lord. And for those who succeeded and passed, for the first time they stand up in front of him in the 5 daily salah. If we make sure that one is good, the second one also will be good, inshallah. When we will come out of our place, standing up and facing our Lord. For that day, we need to perform Hajj. For the day that used to make Umar bin Khattab radiallahu anhu cry, a man who never cried before. But since he became a Muslim, you can see 2 marks on his face due to a lot of crying out of the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Umar bin Khattab, when one of the people came from the countryside and telling Umar bin Khattab in a way that expressing he needs some help. Ya Umar al-Khayri, Juzit al-Jannah, O Umar of goodness. A good name. When people call you, oh good Umar. And this is a reliable witness. When men can witness for us in our life like that, especially our families, who really know who we are. Ya Umar al-Khayri, Juzit al-Jannah, Uksu bunayati wa ummahunna. Oh good Umar, may Allah reward you paradise. My wife and my daughters, they need clothing. They don't have clothes. We can imagine to that extreme people lived. They don't have clothes. Whatever when we have more than enough today, and we cover everything except what Allah told us to cover. We don't cover that part. Or sometimes we do, but in a way that to provoke the low desire of other people. When I'm as a man, dressing, for example, very tight clothes, and passing in front of the woman to try to help their shaitan look at me as a man, or the woman do the other way around. While others could not do that because they didn't have the clothes, and we had. But why did we choose the uniform of shaitan? Why can't we help other people iman's glow to know and remember the ayah? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the clothing? Ya bani Adama, قد أنزلنا إليكم لباسا يواري سوآتكم وريشا ولباس التقوى ذلك خير. O children of Adam, we have revealed to you and made for you clothing. Why? To cover your aura. And some people didn't even have the cloth, and they used to use the leaves of the trees and the feather of the birds to cover their aura. Why we have it a lot today? So why don't we? For that, the Umar bin Khattab used to cry when these men were asking for clothing for his family. Uksu bunayati wa ummahunna wa kun lana min az-zamani junna. Oh Umar, be there for us whenever we have difficulties, anytime, anyway. Aqsamtu billahi la taf'alanna. And then the men said, to make sure that Umar will say yes to him, he said, I swear by Allah, you will do what I'm asking you to do. And the Prophet ﷺ told us, Man sa'alakum billahi fa'atuhu. If somebody beg you and ask you in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give them. Do your best to give it to them. But Umar bin Khattab, he wanted to have more conversation, learning the method of the way of the man was talking. So he wanted to hear more from him. So he said to him, if I don't help you, what will happen? And then the man said, Ya Aba Hafsin, la adhabanna. If you don't help me, I will go somewhere else. And Umar bin Khattab, radiallahu anhu, said, and then what will happen? And then the man said, يَكُونُ عَنْ حَالِي لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَ تَكُونُ الْأُعْطَيَاتُ هَنَّ وَمَوْقِفُ الْمَسْئُولِ بَيْنَهُنَّ إِمَّا إِلَى نَارٍ وَإِمَّا جَنَّةٍ. If you don't help me, I will go and find someone else to do so. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you on the day of judgment, oh my servant, I was with no clothes and you did not cover me up. And we will say, how can we give you clothes while you are the Lord of the mankind and the universe? Didn't you know that, my servants, they wanted clothes and you didn't? So the Arabi was reminding Umar bin Khattab with that day. You will be questioned about it. And on that day, if you fail this test, we have lost our life completely. Then the joke turned into something very serious. Umar bin Khattab started crying. And he gave his order to one of the Sahaba, gave him whatever he asked for, not because of his poverty, but because of that day. Everybody is scared of that day. And he used to make the heroes ready. They go to their knees and they cry, they want to be saved. No wonder why we see these families, truly, they left their families, their kids, who need them, really to put them daddy or mommy. And they went all the way to do the power and to do the sign and all the other process because of that day. And before they go, they ask everybody to forgive them. As we know that we make mistakes to each other in our social life. And sometimes we forget the endless journey. And we forget the day when Allah will bring us all together again. And we do wrong to some people and we fail to say, I am sorry. But when we want to go to a place like that, the journey of life in which we may not come back. And many people, they pray to Allah not to come back home. If they can die there. If they can go back to Allah, while they are involved in doing something good like that, while they are saying, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. So for that day, people go to Hajj. For the day when the Prophet ﷺ will be calling his ummah, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take them away, and he will say, oh my Lord, my ummah, my ummah. And Allah will say to him, they are not from your sunnah, they have changed after you. They did not follow your sunnah. They follow their Lord desire. For this day, the people leaving home and going to Hajj. And once they are there, they will remember the covenant, especially in our family life. If Ibrahim alayhi salam has to go through this test, being away from the family, facing his father, and telling him in a very beautiful way, Ya abati, lima ta'budu ma la yasma'u wa la yughni 'anka shay'a. He was asking his father, oh my beloved father, why should you worship something that cannot see and cannot hear and cannot benefit or harm you? Ya abati, oh my beloved father, إِنِّي قَدْ جَاءَنِي مِنَ الْعِلْمِ مَا لَمْ يَأْتِكَ. A knowledge that did not come to you came to me, and that is a wahy. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm better than you, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me something that He didn't give to you. فَاتَّبِعْنِي. That's why you need to follow me this time. Usually, we have to follow our parents in everything they tell us, knowing that they will not tell us something wrong. We should copy them in whatever they do, and we should never fail to let that. We don't need to hide from our kids to do something. If we have to do that, we have failed. And whatever we do in front of them, we dare to tell them, oh my son or my daughter, do what I'm doing. Behave the way I do. If we fail to do that, it's going to be very difficult when we go into the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After running away from each other, يَوْمَ يَفِرُّ الْمَرْءُ مِنْ أَخِيهِ وَأُمِّهِ وَأَبِيهِ وَصَاحِبَتِهِ وَبَنِيهِ. Today, we do our best to be together as a family, but on that day, we are hiding from each other. Why? Because the father did not play the role of the father. The son did not play the role of a son. The mother and the daughter and so on. And that is the day we will never ever give one reward to any of our family members. وَإِن تَدْعُ مُثْقَلَةٌ إِلَىٰ حِمْلِهَا لَا يُحْمَلْ مِنْهُ شَيْءٌ وَلَوْ كَانَ ذَا قُرْبَىٰ. Any relative try to tell us, can you give me only one reward? We will say no. To that extreme, it is very horrible. So we need to remember all of this when we are in the season of Hajj. How successful father Ibrahim alayhi salam was. How successful mother Hajj was. How successful son Ismail alayhi salam was. And thinking of these stories, we need to bring it into our life completely and migrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as the way Ibrahim alayhi salam said, قَالَ إِنِّي مُهَاجِرٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينِ. He tried a lot with his people, and they did everything possible to stop his doubt. And his sacrifice at home, tried with his own father, it didn't work. And the father kicked him out because he was good. I don't want to be kicked out from my home by my father because I'm a bad boy. That is something terrible for me to go back to Allah with. Your father could not live with you. His father is in his life, day and night, working very hard to win the bread and make sure that there is a roof on top of your head and food on the table for you. Yet, when you start growing up, you deny all of that. And you made his life very difficult. I don't think we will pass in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we don't want to go back to Allah while we are that rebellious to our family members. So going to Hajj means to remember all of these things and make sure that we pass our social life test. And in order for that to happen, it starts from home. And we don't want to be at all someone who will be told on the judgment day, maybe your salat is fine, if it is, and maybe your fasting, maybe your zakat, but the way you dealt with your family, you have failed in that. In another way, we failed in dealing with the human rights. And anyone Allah made close to us, the right of the neighborhood, it is very dangerous, and we want to make sure that that will be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way we live with our parents. And saying this in the end of the school holidays to all the young people and the children, the time for playing a lot is over. Go back to school and be very serious. And remember, you are the ambassador of the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and his son Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to those Muslims who are mixing every day with. In every behavior that we go through, it will be for us or against us on the judgment day. It is time to become so serious. We as parents, we're so proud during these last 2 weeks, how many good things happened. And you won't believe, if so many kids went the other way, there are kids within these 2 weeks. who surprise their families with something you won't believe. And what is that? By memorizing Surah Al-Baqarah. In a secret way, having this type of young people, we can swear in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we can see the dream that we are dreaming of every day. The youth of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are around, they are among us. And if they can really do this, when shaitan trying to take them away, trying to replace the Quran that every Muslim child used to struggle to memorize, and shaitan replaced that with what? With entertainment. There are some young people, and you see them from time to time, and we can see truly the Prophet ﷺ said, "Nusirtu bi-shabab." Allah made me victorious with the young people. We want to be those young people who will really be the pride of Islam anytime and anyway, and whatever is happening around, we want to encourage these young people to go ahead and keep up with that. Because we will disappear one day, and you like it or not, you are the one to play the role. And replace these elderly people who are tired and they did enough, we carry on, and if we don't, we betray our religion, we betray our society, and we betray ourselves. Do not let the media destroy your akhlaq. For some people, believe me, the little things in their hand completely distort them, religiously and morally and socially. The little iPods and the laptops and the mobile phones, many use it for Islam every day, and others, they use that to ruin the leftover of the inheritance they are getting from the madrasa, from the masjids around. So we need to be very aware, because the parents can only advise. But Allah will take you one day because you are grown up. Parents are responsible for the kids to see all good examples. But once we know what is wrong and right, remember, we have our own file, and part of the Surah of Ibrahim, which we read in the Quran. وَإِبْرَاهِيمَ الَّذِي وَفَّى أَلَّا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى وَأَنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى وَأَنَّ سَعْيَهُ سَوْفَ يُرَى ثُمَّ يُجْزَاهُ الْجَزَاءَ الْأَوْفَى وَأَنَّ إِلَى رَبِّكَ الْمُنْتَهَى وَأَنَّهُ هُوَ أَضْحَكَ وَأَبْكَى وَأَنَّهُ هُوَ أَمَاتَ وَأَحْيَا. This is verses in the Quran. The same thing was in Surah Ibrahim alayhi salam. And part of that saying telling us, nobody will pay for what you have done, and you will not take somebody else's reward. Only what you have done will be for you on the judgment day. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم وجعلنا وإياكم من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. عباد الله قال تعالى: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Dear Muslims, to conclude the khutbah, I just want to share you something we learned from the kids. We have to be very, very careful of the kids. I heard one kid is saying that I feel bad going to the masjid. Why? Because me and my friends, we used to pick up the cigarettes on the courtyard there and throw them away. And now I see myself, one of my family members is doing the same. So I feel shy to go to the masjid because my friends will tell me, oh, also your family member is doing that. Can we imagine truly the Prophet ﷺ used to tell people who are eating halal, but he say, when you eat that and the smell on you, don't come to the musalla. Man akala thawman aw basalan فَلْيُجَنِّبْنَا أَوْ فَلْيُجَنِّبْ مُصَلَّانَا. If you have eaten alil or garlic and the smell is still on you, so keep away from the musalla. If something halal is still we keep away, lose Salat al-Jama'ah. Just because of that, don't harm the people with the smell. What about the cigarettes? I'm just reminding that because truly I have seen one day with my own eyes in Darwin, when a non-Muslim came to the Islamic Center to learn about Islam, and the Imam was busy. And this non-Muslim waited for a while, and then he walked out to the campus of the center. And he walked far away, and he smoked, and then he came back in. And you can imagine the respect he has for the Muslims' place of worship. And we need also to learn from that. We don't go into the details, just to remind ourselves, our kids are watching us, and they will talk to Allah on Saturday. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us always as good example for those who want to learn, inshallah, and going to the Kaaba and thinking of it, give us the same respect to any masjid and place we are praying in. At the same time also, we will be back, inshallah, to the madrasa classes, starting from Monday, and the class will start from 6:30 until Maghrib, inshallah. 6:30, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعلنا من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون.